forgot to unmute myself again there. Be a little bit more careful about that. But anyway, hello. I've arrived. But yes. So, let's see. Business. Well, today we're playing The Legend of Zelda, as you may have guessed. Yeah, more of The Legend of Zelda. We are in the middle of the final dungeon, and we could very well finish it today. Maybe not. Maybe not. We could very well not. But I feel like we're very close. But yes, so that is that. Let's see. Next week is uncertain. Very uncertain. But yeah, I don't anticipate that we will be doing the Terraria collab next week, and we almost certainly won't be doing, or well, we definitely, unless I hear otherwise, definitely won't be doing Valhalla next week. So it could very well be a week of solo streams for me. The first one, quite a long time. Or at least the first full week of solo streams. So yeah, so let's see. Oh yeah, so basically, because of that, I cannot necessarily guarantee that I will be playing any particular game on any particular day, because I don't know precisely what my plans are for next week on all of the days. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, also, since I missed Wednesday's stream, I'm planning on doing a catch-up stream either Saturday or Monday of this week. However, I do, and I didn't account for this when I first thought about doing the catch-up stream, but I do work on this Saturday, and I will have some other business to take care of, most likely. But I do work this Saturday, and I do also have a meeting. I don't have a full work day, but I do have a meeting on Tuesday, which, if I do end up streaming on, or not Tuesday, Monday. So if I do end up streaming on Monday, that will affect my schedule somewhat, but we'll see. I'll try to aim for Saturday so I can keep a more consistent time. And let's see, anything else? Nothing else that immediately needs to be said, I don't think. Once again, I don't know precisely what we'll be playing on what days next week. We're getting pretty close to the end of The Legend of Zelda, so we'll probably just be playing, what's the game called? Tales of Arise, there we go. Tales of Arise for the upcoming week. There may be, I'd originally planned on possibly adding another game to the schedule, because I just want to play it. Adding another game to the schedule in the near future. One to, yeah, another one to sort of alternate between playing Tales of Arise and it. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to follow through with that. I've got to, yeah, there's more than just scheduling considerations to take into account, basically. So we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, all things going well, then I might well start a new game in the near future, possibly next week, probably next week if I do start it, before we finish Tales of Arise. So yes, let's see, anything else to be said before we get started here? I think we're pretty good to go. Yeah, that should be basically it. So, let's go over and start a video game. A very specific video game. A video game called The Legend of Zelda. Alright, that should... Okay, yes, we do... I think we've got game audio. It seems we have game audio. Cool. Alright. So I think everything... Yeah, everything should be good. I've been fiddling around with my audio a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure that everything is exactly as it should be, necessarily. I should probably be a little bit more careful with these things, but you know. So, as I often do when getting started here, I've forgotten to bring up my map, so let me do that real quick. But yes, I remember roughly, very roughly, where Spectacle Rock is, so I shouldn't have too much difficulty making my way back there. But, just in case. But yeah, last time we made quite a bit of progress. We explored, I think, maybe not the majority of the dungeon, but we explored a pretty significant amount of it. Yeah, I think that on our way, we're going to hit one of the fairy fountains. I think the closest one would be the one on the west. Yeah, head to the westernmost fairy fountain to refill our health. And then, after that, yeah, we don't have any medicine. We don't have any medicine, and we don't have any bombs either, I'm realizing now. We'll keep the boomerang out. Yeah, so hopefully we'll pick up some bombs on our way. Hopefully we won't die on the way. But yes, despite everything, I have found the final dungeon to be still not be quite as troubling as the Wizrobe dungeon. Maybe all of my training in the Wizrobe dungeon has paid off and has given me exceptional skills. Or perhaps Wizrobes are just very troubling. Who knows? Yes, I know that there are some merchants, and I think I've got a few of them written down, that sell bombs, but I don't think I'll go out of my way to buy any, necessarily. Oh yeah, we're getting them at a pretty good rate. But yes, I think it should be... I think it's 68 rupees or something like that we need in order to purchase a bit of medicine. So we should, ideally, have that by the time we make it to the dungeon, but even if we don't, we should be able to get it pretty quickly anyway. So just to review in my head, I remember in the dungeon we encountered an old man who informed us... Oops, that's the wrong way. Who informed us that the eyes of the skull hold a secret, or something to that effect. I should probably bring up my notes also, so that I know what I'm referring to. So yes, something along those lines. So I'm expecting that if there is to be found any treasure, and I'm assuming that there is, we won't bother Zola anymore. Except until we get to the screen, in which Zola will bother us. Maybe not, though. Oh. But yes, anyway, where was I? Oh yes, so... Actually, hold on, was that what I was thinking of? The topic that I was going to resume speaking about was notes, but I don't know if that's immediately what I was talking about immediately before I concluded. Before I interrupted myself. But yes, so... I should have my notes on hand, but I'm pretty sure that's not the point that I was making. Oh yes, so, what's up? Well, we're just about to, also, hello Snake Man. We're on our way to the final dungeon once again. Alright. Forgot for a second that P-hats fly and you can't hit them while they're flying. Or even when they're, just taking off. But yeah. Told you 9 was difficult? It is, to be sure. To be sure. I do not want to downplay that. Alright, we gotta be a little bit more careful with the Lionels. But yes, I don't necessarily need to have completely full health going into the dungeon. It would have been nice, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. And if we get lucky, we might just end up with full health anyway before we go in. Oops. Alright, should have been a little bit more careful with my boomerang timing there as well. But, oh well. Get a few more rude. Anyway, resources from these. Alright, we're losing a lot of health here, so maybe I should just cut my losses and leave. Alright, yeah, 68 rupees. I was a little bit concerned that I was misremembering it, and that 68 was just the amount that we needed to purchase the weaker single-use potion. But, no, we're good. Ah, there we go. Very nice. We'll pick that up. Why not? Every rupee that we collect is another rupee closer to replacing our medicine when we almost inevitably need to do so. But yes. So, we've explored a pretty good amount of this here skull. Not all of it, though. So I guess sort of now I need to sort of think about where we're going from here. How to make it to where we want to get. Because yeah, I remember there is a staircase in one of these rooms. I don't remember which. But I know there's a staircase in one of these rooms that will take us to sort of the western end of the dungeon. I felt the need to point at my screen there, as though you would see, but we'll deal with these fellows cautiously, the like. I probably don't need to be as careful with the likes, but I absolutely do not, under any circumstances, want to lose my shield. Or at least not my magic shield. Case in point. Is there any reason to be in this room? I don't know for sure, come to think of it. I don't want to be in this room, I will tell you that much. But I guess, yeah, with the sword upgrade we've got, the Wizrobes shouldn't be a huge deal. I'm being a little bit more reckless with fighting them than I really ought to be. But they're much easier to deal with now that they're only 2 hits to kill. So yeah, so the Sandy Wizrobe room is does not need to be checked anymore. I don't know if I've checked the north wall in this room. Oh, we're very low on HP actually. Hold on. That won't do. And also, what also won't do is me bumping the microphone cable constantly. Yeah, unfortunate consequence of my current setup is the fact that my microphone cable is now sort of in the middle of my desk. Right now it is currently between my arms as I am talking to you, which is less than ideal. Yeah, I used to have the microphone on the other side of me, but I had to move it when I moved everything around on my desk. Alright, this... I don't know that that's... Well, it's a shortcut into this room, I guess. I was going to say, I don't know how useful that is. And to be honest, I still don't really know how useful that was, but oh well. We're a place that we want to be. I seem to remember having tried all of the other rooms that... bombing all of the other walls that border the eye of that skull. So it's possible that there's only a secret in one of the eyes, or it's possible that I just haven't actually checked and I'm misremembering. But at least we know that the south side of the eye is clear. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pull up my notes and I'm going to write that down, because I do not want to forget. Alright. Where is it? There we go. Eyes of the skull have secrets. So the game did definitely say the eyes. I don't know if that's literally both of them, or if that's just one, but, and the game just sort of, perhaps a bit of a creative liberty when translating from the Japanese. Or perhaps it was equally, well, I was going to say perhaps it was equally vague. I know it was equally vague in the Japanese because there's not a specific word, or there's not a... Words don't have plural forms in Japanese, basically. So there's not a singular and plural as there is in English. But anyway, south side of East Eye is a no-go. And we will update that as we try other directions. Yeah, not Wizrobes. Likes really aren't a huge deal as long as they're the only thing in the room, basically. And with our current sword, if we, don't mess up the timing too much, I can definitely defeat them fast enough that they won't eat our shield, which is nice. I'm pretty confident I've tried the north and west wall of that room, but I'm not going to worry about them again. It would have been faster to scroll the other way, but oh well. Gotta remember to be careful with the fire. I guess I don't necessarily need to deal with the fires in here, but, might as well. At least if they're in the way, or might get in the way. Part of me is a little bit surprised that you're allowed to use the magic rod again while the fire from it is still burning. It's sort of usually you can only have one projectile active from any given source of projectiles. But I guess the fire isn't counted as a projectile in the game, because you still can't have, like, two of the beams on screen at the same time, as you can see. But yes, so the west side is also no. It'll take us a fair amount of doing to get to the east side and the north side, but I think that's what we'll try next. I seem to remember enemies not respawning this quickly. I wonder if that's just a difference in this specific dungeon? Or perhaps a difference with those specific enemies? Or something like that? My controller was acting up there again, a little bit. Actually, hold on, do we... Huh. Okay, it looks like it takes 3 hits to kill them. I thought it was 2. Maybe I was thinking of something else. Let's see, this almost feels like it should be something. This room seems conspicuously empty. But it seems that there's nothing... Yeah, nothing yet. Don't really need to bother with these, I don't remember what they're called, actually. Okay, that's... alright. We're definitely having some issues with the D-pad now. That is for certain, because I was not holding it down there. Well, it doesn't seem to be happening now. I'm stopping when I want to stop. Oh, right. I remember this room. There's definitely something going on with this room, but I couldn't possibly answer what that is. Let's see, did I try... I feel like this is a room where I should try the flute, but I'm also pretty sure this is a room where I have tried the flute. And it would seem that trying the flute or not has done nothing. But maybe let's try it with enemies dead. That hasn't immediately given us anything useful. It wouldn't be bombing these blocks, right? I wouldn't think so. That doesn't seem like a thing that can happen. So maybe this is a room that you have to get to from the center. In which case, maybe I shouldn't have cleared it out. Because I don't think those bombs will be there for me when I return. Alright, so we've definitely, at this point, ruled out any possibility of bombing into that room. I don't know that we've tried this wall here. Okay. definitely having some issues with the D-pad. So cannot bomb into Eastern Eye. There is apparently a path that I can take to go south, and this up in like a few rooms from here. Is this? I was gonna say, is this sort of a boss room? I saw the statues in the middle, and I was concerned briefly. Oh dear. Oh right, I think this is. Oh, that's excellent, excellent. I remember this is a room that I entered when I was somewhat low on health, and I saw the Wizrobes, and I just decided, you know what? I think I will take my leave of this place and go elsewhere, and I did. I didn't come back. But now we're back, and now we're fighting more Wizrobes. Alright, so the red Wizrobes we do defeat in a single sword thrust. So I guess I was sort of a... Do I want a hint? It's a little bit early for a hint, I think. But yeah, thank you for the offer though, I do appreciate it. We don't need that key, but I'll take it anyway. But yeah, I think... Give me a few more minutes to aimlessly meander, and then I'll ask for a hint, if you don't mind. Alright, nothing down here. Let's see. There is also another way to go over on the western edge of the skull. I don't remember how to get over there. I thought that I had to take the stairs to get over there, but the stairs brought us here. Yeah, we really don't need to concern ourselves with this Vire room too much, I suppose. And we don't need to concern ourselves with bubbles at all, unless there's another enemy to fight. Let's see. I think, yeah, it was sort of in the indent in the skull, or in the right side of the indented part of the skull is where the stairs are, as I recall. Alright, and we pass without trouble. But we pass into like territory, so let's not get too reckless. Even if we can deal with them without too much risk at this point. It seems almost like likes are one of those enemies that don't drop anything ever. Or at least it seems unlikely that all of them in such a... unlikely, perhaps, that all of the likes in that room would drop nothing. I was gonna say, I always try pushing blocks from I always try pushing blocks from the north side for whatever reason. So I was curious there if I could push it from the south. Alright, now I need to remember how to get into the west side of the dungeon, because I know that we've been there before. I know that I theoretically know how to get there. Alright, we're probably going to have to use the potion again, sooner than I had hoped for. Unfortunate, but what can you do? You can avoid getting hit is what you can do. Alright. Well, I forgot that the Wizrobes do so much contact damage. Or at least the blue Wizrobes do. I don't think the red ones do quite as much. Again, red is a little bit of a generous description for the color that they are, but you know. How do we get to the west side, actually? I guess there must be another staircase somewhere. I'm I feel like I remember a room where the staircase is like originally hidden until you push a block or something like that, and then it shows up in the corner. That seems... oh dear. Well, I'll tell you what this seems. It seems like trouble. Yeah, anyway, I was gonna say, that seems right. Wizrobe got caught out of position there a little bit. Another dark room. With more Wizrobe. Yeah, I can't hit them with the candle or the... yeah, I can't hit them with the candle or the... oh, well, I can't hit them with my sword now. Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't hit them with the candle or the rod, so we might as well save ourselves some scrolling and just use the candle. And this leads us back to roughly where we came in at. Which isn't really anywhere that we need to go. I guess maybe I... you know what, I would like a... before I waste too much more time here, I maybe would like a hint as to how to get to the west side. Because I want to follow my... I feel like there's something there. And, well, I know that there's something there, because there's another room that over on that side that we could access, but that we didn't, for whatever reason. So yeah, so if you're around and willing to offer, I do want to know how to get over back there. Because now I feel like I'm starting to just sort of go in circles, which is a little bit, not quite what I'm hoping for, to be honest. I do like it when the Wizrobes get caught in a loop like that. So I think it should be, well, yeah, there's an item on the northeast side you might like. Alright. Oops. Right, I forgot about these fellows. I should learn the names of these creatures. Yeah. All the way to the east and all the way to the north. Fair enough. I always try to clear out all the keys when I enter one of those rooms, but I guess it's really not necessary. And another candle use. This is... oh no, I was going to say this is the room with the wires in it, but no, that's a few rooms away. I'm going to try to dispatch these Wizrobes carefully, see if I can get some more hearts from them. But yeah, the Wizrobes don't like to land in water, so it's nice to have these sort of rooms. Yeah, now that we've established that we don't need to push these blocks from the north specifically side, I guess probably most of them can be pushed from any side. Go to the next room. I feel like we've... well, I mean, we've definitely been to this room before. Because I remember talking to that old man. I should maybe use my bombs a little bit more. But I do also want to preserve them for checking walls and whatnot. North, you say? Let's see, we can't get north of the old man room. Real quick, I am going to check to make sure. I want to see if this is the way to get over to the west side. Yes, I will be back on the east after this. Okay, yes. So we are on the... that is how we get to the west side. And deal with just the keys that are important to us. I don't think... we might have pushed the block in a slightly different way that time than we did last time, but I don't think that would impact anything at all. Let's see. I think going north here would probably go off of the edge of the map, so probably there wouldn't be a room to the north of here, but there might be a room to the east of this, or, you know, north of the room to the south and the east. Let's see, we've played this specific guy before. I know that we've, you know, fought other versions of this guy. Well, we've been in this room before, so we must have fought him. Unless he just wasn't there before, which seems unlikely. Alright, we've almost got the pattern. There we go. Ah, a map. Nice. Okay, okay. So, that gives us some very valuable information. Oh dear. Panicked a little bit there. Alright. Bomb north here? Fair enough. Oh dear. Alright, I got a little bit distracted reading chat. I should make sure that I'm not doing that when I'm unpausing the game. Because, yeah, now we're definitely in the Wizrobe danger zone. Oh dear. We're also in the losing our shield danger zone, and we've lost our shield. Alright. I don't like this. Unfortunate. So, we're in a bit of a tight spot here. Let's see. There's merchants relatively nearby. I know because they're, you know, I would frequently visit them in order to get my shields back after fighting the Wizrobes in the Wizrobe Nightmare dimension. But, we're out of luck right now because we're very low on rupees. Yeah, Duke Rumi Diamond is where you want to go. Makes sense, makes sense. They wouldn't guard a room so jealously if it was not important. So there's a good chance that we'll die here. And perhaps this is an unnecessary risk, and we have died here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily know that stronger enemies are necessarily more likely to drop valuables. So maybe I just don't need to worry about it, basically. At the very least, fighting weaker enemies in just sort of the wilds will give us a better chance of not dying. Yeah, get you to 100 ruby secret if you want. I feel like I remember a secret along those lines. I think well, I don't know. I was gonna say we might have discovered it already, but you know, I will accept the hint if you would like to give it, just in case. Because I would like to save some time here. Ideally, I don't want the rest of this stream to just be me preparing to go into the 9th dungeon again. I would like to, you know, do it. Right, I forgot that, honestly, I forgot that the normal shield did anything. Because I'm so used to fighting enemies with magical projectiles that you need the magical shield to defend against, that I completely forgot that the normal shield could block moblin arrows. And, you know, other projectiles too. Yes. So, I don't remember exactly how much the shield costs, but that's definitely going to be our biggest priority, getting a new shield. Only one enemy on that screen, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. I'm not going to spend the time fighting just one enemy that's out of my way. Especially not a tech type with them jumping around all as much as they do. Alright, lost our beams, unfortunately. Alright, we've got our beams back, nice. Yeah, from start, go. Alright, hold on. I guess I don't necessarily need to go all the way to start. I do have the map, so I can figure this out from that. But yeah, so I'm ready for instruction whenever you are ready to give. Yeah, I've recentered the map. Yeah, from start, go right 4 screens and up 1. Alright. Right 4 screens, up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Burn the trees. Sounds good. Alright, a lot of hearts we don't need, but oh well. Yeah, and I should be able to find my way back to start from here. We're pretty close. I think it's down and east. Mixing cardinal directions like that. So yes, alright. 1. Oops. 2. Now, I wonder if there's a warp spot somewhere near Spectacle Rock. That'd be nice. 3. 4. And then north from here. Alright, so there definitely isn't any evidence of us having burned anything of note here before. I feel like this is one of the screens that we were checking for potential items back before we figured out that everything else we wanted to get was probably in the final dungeon. Ah, there we go. Thank you, kind Moblin. Alright, so with that settled, there's a shield merchant I know about, about 4 screens to the west. And yeah, we're full on HP, we're empty of medicine. Yes, also, thank you for your advice once again. Yeah, let's see, is this... Hold on, I think... At the start? Yeah. Yeah, this is where the merchant is, I think. If not here, then the next screen over, perhaps. Alright, next screen over, perhaps. I should have been counting. Here we go. I know there's a merchant here. I sort of lost track of where I was. Okay, so yeah, we're just enough for the shield, basically. Yeah, the medicine will be... I don't know, I think... I should probably be able to... And this is perhaps hubris talking, more so than anything else. But I feel like I should be able to get a decent amount of the way into the dungeon. We're on the wrong side of the river. I feel like we should get a be able to get a decent way into the dungeon without necessarily needing medicine. So maybe we'll do some more exploring, since we know where we need to go, basically. We know where we need to go, so we'll just focus on getting there without getting hit, ideally, and without losing our shield again, because that would be thoroughly tragic. Yes, I maintain my position of not using save states here, or the, you know, suspend points, whatever they're called. I suppose I could take the opportunity to try a little bit more burning around here. Won't go too far out of my way for it, I don't think. Because part of my logic in just going for the dungeon is that we should be able to get some more rupees from the enemies, and with the medicine seller so close, we shouldn't have too much difficulty refreshing our supply once we're able to and need to. Yeah, I think we just found some more money. That's what I think. Not a huge amount, but every bit counts. Thank you very much, kind Moblin. Yeah, one screen down from bridge to level 1, burn the trees. I suppose we might as well. We're pretty close to the amount of money, so less time spent grinding is probably for the best, to be honest. Try to keep some degree of fluidity. Yeah, so I was gonna say this is where the bridge is, but no, it's a few screens away actually. Hold on, where is it? Hold on. Let's see. Where am I actually? I know I've got the position of the dungeon written down. Or wait. No, this isn't it, right? This is a different dungeon. Yeah, this is level 4. Let's see, that's the dock. Rock. Oh, there we go. Right, so we were actually... I think we were closer to level 1 back before I left. Yeah, it's up on around here. I remembered a dungeon entrance, but I didn't remember the right dungeon entrance. Actually, yeah, we were definitely closer to it beforehand. Yeah, I think this should be it. It is a secret to everybody, but not anymore. Alright, so now I've got plenty. At least I've got plenty to buy some more medicine. And, you know, we might need a little bit more than that in the grand scheme of things, but if we don't end up completing the dungeon today, I think I'll probably spend some time off-screen grinding for rupees. Alright, as long as we can get that heart and get back up to full health, and we don't need to worry too much about the rocks. And we got a fairy there, but we'll leave her be. She can mind her own business. Doesn't need to tend to our wounds, because we have none. Well. Alright. We have some now, so maybe we could have... Maybe she'll come back, I guess. It would seem not. Oh well. But yes, definitely before I go in again, I'm going to... One thing I probably should be doing is I should be using my ranged attack more. The Wizrobe terror is so deeply rooted in my mind that I kind of forget that enemies, you know, can be damaged by ranged weapons sometimes. Except for, you know, fires and stuff, the really weak enemies. I just sort of assume that all enemies are immune to ranged attacks. Thank you kindly. But yeah, so I didn't really approach that in the safest way that I could have. And now I need to remember where the stairs I need to go for are. I think they're up one and then, or, you know, northwest, basically. But I was going to say that would also lead us into the Wizrobe Sand Room, which I didn't want to go into, but this leads us into another Wizrobe Room, which I also don't want to be in. We might need to use that medicine quicker than I was expecting. Or maybe we can just leave. I guess we don't need to fight these guys. We can just, like, go. Alright, we've ended up having to fight probably a lot more Wizrobes than we would have, and I've also lost my shield. So... well... I apologize, because I've just lost a lot of the time that you just saved me in one fell swoop, because I got... I wouldn't say overconfident, because I didn't expect to win there. But, insufficiently cautious. At least there aren't that many things that have projectile attacks that we need to block with the shield. That's cold comfort, but it's something. We are definitely going to need to go into a room with a lot of Wizrobes in it, though, in the near future, so maybe that's not comfort at all. Maybe this is just altogether a bad situation, actually. Yeah. As a shop for less rupees? Oh. Yes, I would like that, ideally. I am going to... maybe I shouldn't, but I am going to attempt to make my way into this room again, and we're just gonna sort of see what happens. Alright. So, take a moment to collect ourselves, and I guess we can just leave, actually. Maybe not. The Wizrobes seem intent to have us not just leave. Alright, now we're in slightly less trouble, though still a little bit. You know what? We'll just... oh, do they? Huh, they die instantly to bombs. Interesting. I forgot about that. Or the, you know, the standard Wizrobes do anyway. So yeah, I did put in a lot more... I did cause a lot more trouble for myself than I really needed to do there. Aha! Now this is what I've been waiting for. Alright, red ring, everybody. Nice, nice. Alright. So... now I guess the issue is just finding the rest of everything. But having this ring does make everything just a lot easier. Nice job, thank you. Yes, it probably would have taken me a long time to find that without your guidance as well, so thank you very much. But yeah, the red sprite definitely gives a very different impression, I feel like. It looks I don't know, maybe I just got very used to the blue sprite. But the red one, I don't know, it just feels very different. I don't know how to describe it, really. But yeah, so we do... Now that we have this map, we do know that there are rooms in what I described as the indentation of the skull before. How we get to those is another matter. I suppose there's... I'm pretty sure I've checked this west wall. I'm pretty sure I checked this west wall the last time I was in here, in fact. But I'll check it again, just for posterity's sake. Alright, so it's definitely not that way. Oops. Alright, let's be a little bit more careful. I need to remember that I, can just, walk. I can just walk out of the way of attacks and not get hit. That's often a mistake I make with games that have, dodge mechanics. I always sort of think of dodging as purely a timing-based thing. Just you press the button at the right time and then you don't get hit. But there is very much the aspect of just not being where the hit is. Sometimes... Oh dear. Yeah, sometimes it is more so than reacting. It's just getting yourself in a good position. Alright, further secrets are revealed to us. And once again, I'm troubling myself to hit keys that I really don't need to. Alright, now we're here. Which isn't super useful, I don't think. Because that's just the stairs here. Because it dumped me in the middle of the room, I sort of thought for a second that maybe it was something else, but... Or that this might lead to something else, but no. Is this? Wait, this isn't the room that I was just in, right? Surely not. Yeah, because no, I was in the right middle tube. Oh dear. Okay, this is a new room. Hold on, have I? Huh. I'm surprised that I never went in such an obvious staircase. I must have had something else on my mind when I was there before. Let's see. There's the potential for a western exit, a southern exit, a northern exit, and an eastern exit. Of these, I feel like... Well, I guess the only one that's likely now is the northern one. There we go. Alright, more whiz robes. Oh dear. I keep saying that I should use bombs more often, and then I just don't use bombs more often. There we go. Bomb north? Yep. Alright, this doesn't seem to be anything immediately. Unless I misplaced a bomb in here or something. Or unless there is some secret to be had with these blocks. Because yeah, I don't think they'd need to be pushed in... And possibly that they... Yeah, I don't think that they would need to be pushed in such a way as to block one of the outer edges here, and I don't think that they would be. Oh, there we go. Ah! Oh, silver arrows! Right! I forgot about the silver arrows. Man, I'm very glad that I decided to push every block in that room, because if not, I would not have discovered the silver arrows, and we probably would have had a lot of trouble on Ganondorf. So yeah, I saw the sprite. The sprite for the arrows was like slightly different from when I remembered it being originally. So I thought, oh, we must have already collected the silver arrows or something. But I think I'm pretty sure that the arrow sprite just changes to reflect your current tunic, or at least the bow and arrow sprite does. Yes, the silver arrows though are an obvious difference. Now that I, have had it pointed out to me. But yeah, we're actually doing pretty good, I would say. Of course, yeah, we need to go back in that room. Or back down these stairs. Yes, so, I think probably what we'll do... Actually, I think probably what I'll do real quick is I'll take the opportunity to stretch. Yeah, stretch a little bit, relax a little bit. Try not to get psyched out by anything. Yes, there's much opportunity, and but in order to make the most of the opportunity that we have, we do need to be careful. And I have a very long, very storied history of not being quite as careful as I really ought to be in a lot of situations. So before I get too excited exploring this dungeon, like I said, I'm going to relax a little bit. Steady myself. And now, with renewed courage and renewed focus, we will press on into like territory. At least the like-likes really can't take anything from me at this point. I guess they can take my health, but I'm not super concerned about that. Probably should be more concerned about that, actually. I was just talking about how I need to be more cautious. This is the room with the, traps on the walls, right? Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about how I should be more cautious, and then I failed to be more cautious. But we'll correct that mistake. Let's see. Have we not been north from here, I wonder? Because I hear the sound of a boss nearby. I wonder if maybe some of the things that were immune to standard arrows are not immune to silver arrows. Well, I might have just missed that Wizrobe, but it seems like they weren't affected. Alright, I definitely missed there. Alright, well, looks like we don't need silver arrows to deal with these Wizrobes anyway. Interesting that the south door still stays locked. Oh, it's this guy again. Let's see, have we been in here? No, clearly we haven't, actually, yeah. I think probably, since the pattern doesn't change a whole lot on sort of the horizontal sides of this guy, I should take my medicine again real quick, just to be careful. Yeah, since the pattern doesn't change on the horizontal sides of him so much, it's probably safer to remain there instead of sort of dodging in and out on the upper and bottom, above and below him to try and hit his little fellas here. Alright. So where did this take us? Well, it takes us to another room with more enemies. Enemies that are not posing too much of a problem. Very nice. And we're very close to the eyes. I wonder if we're probably at this point pretty close to whatever we need to do to get to the eyes. There we go. Let's see. I feel like there's probably nothing over there, but we might as well check. Just for safety's sake. Yeah, I think at this point we do have everything we need. we've got all the upgrades. You know, shield notwithstanding, I guess, but... yeah, there's still parts of the skull that we haven't been to in any capacity yet. I don't think we've tried bombing into this eye from the north. Well, honestly, I don't really remember well enough to say whether I don't think, really. This is new. It's another way to get to the west side, it seems like, which could be useful. Well, it could be more useful, maybe. This is the room that had the wizards and stuff in it, I think. But yeah, since the time that I did a... what was it called? Chroma Squad stream that went very long. I'm usually not in the... let's see, I think I've definitely been in this room before. I feel like I'm missing something with it, though. But yeah, ever since a Chroma Squad stream that I did that went really, really long, I'm definitely not wanting to extend my streams for too much longer than I would normally, just because I'm getting close to the end of a game. But I feel like, in this case, we are very close to the end of the game. So I kind of do want to... well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, of course, this is much earlier in the day than that the point in that Chroma Squad stream where I decided to keep going even though I didn't really have the time for it. It's much earlier in the day right now. Whereas that Chroma Squad stream went on for, I think it was like a total of like 4 hours or something. It was far too many. Far too many for my sleep schedule, to be sure. Yeah, that was a pretty miserable experience, I must say. I'm not eager to repeat it. But I think we're not really in danger of that right now. Definitely do need to figure out what's up with that eye, though. Because there's a lot of spaces around it that we haven't been to yet. And yes, and just as a reminder to myself as much as anybody else, I am going to go and get a new shield before we head anywhere else. Alright, so I feel like at this point, the most likely what we'll need to do is I'll need to go into the area around the western eye, and that will probably take us to the top of the skull, I think. That could very well be where the final boss and our ultimate objective are. Because, yeah, there's secrets in the eyes of the skull. We've tried every way into one of the eyes of the skull, or at least every obvious route into one of the eyes of the skull. Also, I'm going the wrong way, right? Because I need to access in order to get to the west side, I need to be on this north side. Yeah, it's sort of split up into 3 sections, I guess. I was going to say quadrants, but I guess that's what they're called, and there's 4 of them. I don't know, I guess, well, no, you can just walk from the west side to the northwest side, so that wouldn't really be 2 separate quadrants. I don't think this is a room that we need to be in. Because, yeah, we can access the west side from... Yeah, because we bombed made a shortcut with a bomb. I think that should take us back to where we want to be, roughly. I guess now that we're on the outside of this room... Or wait, was it? I can't remember if it's the outside of the room or the inside of the room the treasure spawns in here. We've cleared this room out a few times and gotten nothing for it, so I'm cautious about it. Alright, this might actually not take us anywhere we need to go, actually. Because yeah, this just loops around back to... That's not... Rod. But yeah, this just takes us back around to... Yeah, this just takes us right back to the north quadrant. Or the north... now that I've talked about how I didn't want to say quadrant, I can't get that out of my head. But yes, the north side. So yeah, so we do need to find the other exit, because we can't go... Oh! Okay, I'm just realizing what those... How the map is laid out must... Yeah, because there's, you know... From each room, there's a little divot going to the north, but there's not one going to the south. So presumably that must mean that they're just rooms that you can only pass through... Well, I was going to say, presumably that means that they're rooms that you can only pass through in one direction. But this is also a room that only has one divot, and we can pass through it in either direction. So that immediately sinks that theory, I suppose. But yeah, at least with the red ring, we're a lot safer in these parts. Well, a lot safer, I say, immediately running into my own fire. Alright. So now I just got to burn it into my memory. Pun very much intended. Burn it into my memory where... didn't get anything this time. Unfortunate. Yeah, burn it into my memory where the entrance to the west side is. I feel like it's sort of on the western end of this northern side, right? There was some sort of, yeah, there was like a staircase in the middle of a room somewhere. Alright, that's not anything. Alright, so that all just leads us to more area that we've just been in. So it must be in the east side of the north side, actually. We were almost there, except for the fact that it was completely the opposite of what I had suspected it was. But you know, it's like that sometimes. Alright. I could have dodged that Wizrobe by going over to the water there. This... yeah. No, I'm very confident that it is a staircase in the middle of the room, so yeah, that wouldn't be it. Don't quite have the proper mental map. This doesn't take us anywhere. Ah, hello again, pretty kitty. Good to see ya. Yes, we are, in fact, almost done. We are currently shieldless, or we're magic shieldless, which could pose some various issues. We do have the red ring now, so we don't need to worry so much. We don't need to worry so much about damage. And I guess there are, you know, magic projectiles. Yeah. There are magic projectiles that don't care about the shield. So it's entirely possible that, gonna play 2? Maybe? I'm not going to commit to it right away. I'm definitely going to be, you know, taking a little break from NES games after this. If for no other reason than to focus on Tales of Arise and finish that. But yes, there's a very good chance that I will play Zelda 2 at some point. I can't guarantee when, though. Alright, I think... Well, no. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it? It's in the, like, the very northern end of this section, isn't it? Yeah, at the top of the skull. Yeah, it's the next room. Right. So it wasn't a staircase in the middle of the room like I remembered it being. Oh wait, oh right, we probably can't push that until we've cleared this room of Wiz Ropes. Yeah, we'll say the next... And again, this will probably be a little bit, at least until after I finish with Tales of Arise. But the... Whoops. I forgot that I had bombs equipped. The next NES game that I intended to play was Metroid. That's the next one on the list. So again, it'll probably be a little bit before that, but you can look forward to that if you can't wait for more NES content from me. Let's see. Really? Yep. Yes, indeed. Metroid? Yep. So yeah, I started with, you know, Super Mario Brothers, and then I did The Legend of Zelda, and I'm going on to Metroid. The original Metroid, yes. Because I wanted to, you know, sort of experience the beginnings of these sort of archetypical franchises, these sort of cornerstones of their various genres. So yes, I am well aware that the original Metroid will be challenging, but this game has been pretty challenging, and Super Mario Bros. Was pretty challenging. So I'm maybe not actually prepared, but I feel like I'm prepared. Mentally, emotionally anyway. Maybe not actually in terms of ability. Oh wait, this is just going to take us... Yeah, the original Metroid is more archaic than Mario or Zelda. Fair enough. I don't anticipate that I will have an easy time of it. Let me be clear. Alright, so there's definitely something I'm missing somewhere. I feel like this is probably a room that I haven't investigated as thoroughly as I could stand to. Yeah, did not age well. I mean, that's fair. Ah, yeah, we've definitely not seen this. This is new. And this might just be the breakthrough that we're looking for. But yeah. I don't know, I'm looking into these games from the perspective of, I'm planning to play these games from the perspective of, you know, I guess getting perspective, a historical perspective on them and the genres that they influenced. As much as, if not more so than, because I expect them to be good. And I don't anticipate any of them being bad, for sure. Okay, so this is the top of the skull, which I was thinking would be where we go last, so I guess I was a little bit wrong there. But yeah, again, it's not just for the sake of playing them, but for the sake of getting a better perspective, you know, a historical perspective. Ostensibly, that's the purpose of my whole mission in the present here. I don't talk about it a whole lot, but I am from the future. Perhaps I should talk about it more often. Alright, so this is almost certainly at this point the last place that we need to be, in a very literal sense. So, I've got no magic shield, I've got no medicine, I've got a reasonable amount of bombs, and I do have the silver arrows, actually. So who wants to see how well I do? If nothing else, this could very well be a... Oh! I was gonna say, this could be a quick way out of the dungeon, if nothing else. Okay, so yeah, this black floor is walkable. Oh dear. There's something going on here. There's something going on here that I do not understand the specifics of. Do I... I'm inclined to use the flute perhaps a lot more than I really ought to. Especially now that it seems to have done nothing meaningful. Because yeah, there's definitely... Ganondorf is definitely in there, teleporting around somewhere. I'm guessing the gimmick is that, again, Ganon is there somewhere, and I need to reveal him in some way before I can fight him properly. It's not the flute. That's not the solution. We've established that. Oops. Right, I forgot about the lack of the shield. But yeah, so it's not the flute. Which means that it could be basically anything else. I tried the silver arrows a lot and got no success. But I don't know... Smack him? I thought I was trying that. I guess I could have just not been succeeding because I can't see him, but... I did have that thought too. I guess it could very well be that simple, and I'm just overthinking it. Probably shouldn't have done that and reset the enemy positions. Alright, I definitely shouldn't have done that now. Well, I guess this'll at least take us closer to some of the fairy fountains. And maybe I should have just gone to the fairy fountain as my first course of business, rather than going all that way to accomplish essentially nothing. But yes, so we do need a shield. We need a shield. Maybe. I don't know if... Again, I don't know if Ganon's fireballs care about our shield, to be honest. Because there's a lot of other bosses that absolutely do not care about our shield. And even some non-boss enemies, I think, that have projectiles that go through shields. Or through the magic shield. I always sort of talk about it like it's just a binary, either you have a shield or you don't have a shield. But it's not quite that simple, because, you know, there's a basic shield. Is Ganon? Yeah. Yeah, there is a basic shield that provides us with some protection from certain attacks, just not all of them. And so just to, in case anyone is curious at this point, I'm checking these bushes to make sure that there's, you know, no rupees hidden anywhere. But I think this is one of those screens that I've already checked basically every tree on. Yeah, this one, final sword? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do have the magical sword. But yeah, we've got, at this point, every upgrade. Every upgrade, I do believe. There could be more bomb upgrades, I guess. But I don't think those will necessarily be useful in the Ganon fight. So I guess bombs could be the way that we reveal them. Reveal him. Yeah, I guess now the question is, where do I want to go and what do I want to... Pardon. What do I want to do right now? Getting medicine is definitely high on the priority list, because I would prefer to not die. But on the other hand, getting the shield is also pretty close on the priority list. Still vote smacking him? Fair enough. It's northwest, southwest. I suppose I don't necessarily need to take this route, but, you know, might as well. Alright, northwest, southwest, there we go. I was just about to go north or west again. There we are. But yeah, I still find something very striking about this particular shade of red. I guess maybe because it's a color that we've only seen on enemies thus far, I'm pretty sure. And the candle, which also hurts us. Yeah, flames and enemies and other things that are harmful have been this shade of red, or have been the only things that have been this shade of red throughout much of the game. So I guess maybe that's what I'm thinking of. That's what springs to mind about it. There's a part of my mind that sees this red and thinks danger, perhaps. I think this red is a color used for danger in a lot of contexts. So that could be part of it. Yeah, I think, honestly, I do think that it's probably best to get a shield before we get medicine. Not that I'm going to go into the dungeon again without both of those things. But the shield will, you know, save us a lot of trouble. Sorry. I hear tell that there is a there are less expensive shields somewhere in the world. I've got a lot of shops marked on my map. Unfortunately, I don't have the prices of any items marked on my map. But I guess I might as well just see where in the world shields are being sold. Because yeah, my thought process here is, you know, there are shops with shields, and shops... I don't know, a lot of these shops... Let me be more succinct. A lot of the shops have similar inventory to other shops. So I'm assuming, if I find, you know, if I look for shields and I find a lot of shops that have the same inventory on my map, in my notes, if I look for shops and I find a lot of shops that have the same inventory, and then I find a few shops that have different inventory, I'm going to assume that those shops with the rarer shops with shields, and yeah, specifically shops with shields, but yeah, the rarer shops with shields probably have the shields at lower prices, if the price and the, you know, inventory have any correlation, which I don't know that they do at this point. That is a assumption I am making. But, nevertheless. Let's see. So, shields, bombs, and arrows. Shield, key, candle. Shield, key, candle. Shield, bomb. Or arrows, shields, bomb. Shield, key, candle. Alright, so there seem to be shield, health, meat. That's different. That's very different, and it's pretty close by, actually. Yeah, shield, bomb, arrow. Okay, so I think probably there's only one shop on my map, I think, that has shields, health, and meat. So that could very well be what we're looking for. Let's see, so we're in the statue area. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're pretty close to that shop, conveniently enough. Alright, probably I shouldn't approach this enemy purely linearly when they can shoot at me just as much as I can't shoot at them now that I don't have full health. Oh, is this... Oh, we're one screen off, I think. Here we are. I do believe. Okay, so the shield is cheaper. Unfortunately, it's not so much cheaper. I was hoping it would be only 60 rupees or something. So, we've still got a little bit of work ahead of us. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if there's any... You know, I know that there's secrets. We can search for secrets throughout the world and see if those have any, rupees. But there's just as much chance that any given room that we burn or bomb our way into will contain someone who will take rupees from us, which I desperately do not want at this point. Yeah, we're not too far off, anyway. Because yeah, I would assume, and I don't know this for certain, I suppose, but I would assume that I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, I would assume that the moblins that give you rupees don't, like, respawn, per se. Like, they won't give you more rupees every time you come to see them, even if you get a game over in between the last time you saw them and now. I guess it's worth investigating. Might as well check, anyway. Let me adjust my stance a little bit here. Stance would imply that I'm standing. I am not standing. I do not have a standing desk. I guess I could stand, really. I'm not using my keyboard for anything. Not that I necessarily want to stand, because that would take me out of webcam range, but you know, I could if I wanted to. And I guess I'd probably still be on camera, but you know. But yeah, I guess I can just go back and check the chat. Because Snake Man did tip me off to a lot of rupee location. So yeah. I think the nearest one would be the one near the level 1. So we'll check that real quick, see if that gives me desirable result. Then hopefully we'll have enough for our shield and be well on our way to another medicine. And I guess, moreover, if one of the moblins with rupees respawned, then probably all the rest of them did too. Alright. It would seem that the answer is no. Because yeah, this is... Or wait, no, it's south of this. Of the first dungeon, right? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know precisely what that room was. But it's not the same as this room. But this room is empty. So, it looks like we are back to square one. But yeah, we've got to earn our rupees the old-fashioned, honest way. Such is life. So, how's everybody doing? Let's see, we should probably make our way back to the shield shop, the cheaper shield shop that we were at earlier. That makes sense, if we're going to be buying our shield from there. But yeah, I feel like I don't talk about my day-to-day much here, and I don't ask about anyone else's day-to-day much either. Making small talk like that. I've been very occupied with the game. I've been focused a lot on it. A lot more than usual, I think. What with the difficulty. And, recently, the incredible fear of losing everything due to my lack of shield. But now that we're essentially just kind of fighting, I suppose I can just relax a little bit. You know, we're not in danger of losing any significant progress or anything. It's all just a matter of waiting for the appropriate time to buy our shield and go about the rest of our business. once again, I could try the money-making game, but I do not trust it. I don't think it'll be worth the investment. And I don't, last hurdle is taking down Ganon. Yeah. I want to be, I want to be reasonably secure in reaching him and surviving him, though. Depending on circumstances, if it's getting particularly late by the time we've got our shield and all that, I might just get the shield and then... Yeah, I might just get the shield and then go for it. Because again, we can't really lose anything by getting a game over or anything like that. We could definitely lose the shield if we're not careful, as evidenced by the fact that I lost the shield. But it's amazing just how long... I'm not gonna bother with that if anymore. It's amazing how long it takes to recover from a shield loss, I must say. It seems almost like a petty thing at first, but no, it is very serious. It is a very serious matter. Nevertheless, I am in high spirits still. I am not yet crushed under the weight of the task that is ahead of me, as I once was. I should be able to get enemies to respawn a little bit quicker by going into and out of the dungeon. At the very least, enemies within the dungeon will spawn a little bit quicker, I think. Yeah, I'll probably... I would do well to... Oh dear. Remind myself of the route that I mean to take. I kinda wish there was a better visual indicator for when you were cursed. Or any visual indicator at all, actually. I don't think there is one at all for being cursed. Yeah, so, as I recall, we needed to be on the... Or no, we needed to go to the north to get to the eyes. We need to get to the, center of the skull. I don't remember precisely how we got there, though. I think it was on the west side. It was in a room that I had avoided for a long time due to some danger. I don't remember what it is now. Probably whiz ropes. And I guess, at this point, I really don't need to fear Like very much, because they cannot take anything from me that they haven't already taken from me. Yeah, we'll make our way towards where we need to go to sort of polish the route a little bit. Get familiarized with it. And if the whiz ropes are just going to fly back and forth like that, I'll definitely take advantage. But yeah, familiarize myself with the route again, then, get close to Ganon. I don't think I'll make another attempt, especially now that I could buy a shield. Well, I did say earlier that fighting Ganon could, if nothing else, be a quick way out of the dungeon, if we are not necessarily equipped for him. So I might just, we might just fight him anyway I mean, there's two possible results. Either we win, against all odds, and it is a dramatic and climactic victory, or we lose, and we're out of the dungeon, which we're going to be anyway. I think this is probably where we need to go, actually. Yeah, this will lead us over to the north side, which will take us to the west side, which will take us to the Ganon side. Because, yeah, I can't access the top two rooms of the skull. I can't access the top two rooms of the skull just from walking in. I do need to take a stairway to get there. trying to remember where this takes us, though. Or how to get over to the west side. I think it's on the easternmost region of this northern side, I think. Yeah, it's definitely past this room. I remember this room being on our way. Oop, there we go. Panic there a little bit. This isn't the room. Yeah, it's definitely a room in which we need to move a block. I remember that much. That takes us to the west side. I seem to remember that anyway. I'm sure it wasn't that room, though. Maybe my... well, this seems familiar. I was going to say maybe my memory is failing me somewhat, but I think we're still on track. Maybe not, actually. Because this... I don't think this leads us anywhere that I want to go. It just leads us to more Wizrobes. And I don't want that. But yeah, so that north... yeah, the section, like, directly to the northwest just leads to where the ring was. Which is not useful at this point, unless there's a second ring there, a purple ring, perhaps, that will... I guess there's not really... I don't think there's a term for reducing something by... like, dividing something by 8. Because you can, well... you can 8th it, I guess. In the same way that you can have something, or... well... yeah, have, quarter... yes, yeah, those are the only words I can think of that refer to a specific, like, act of division. Have, quarter, double, triple, octuple, but that's not, you know, that's not division. Math. Yeah, quadruple, hectuple, or septuple? No, septuple is 7. What's 5 again? X? No, that's 6. Oh, right. Go to the next room. The next room. That's where we need to go. Alright, and we do have to kill all the Wizrobes in here. I was thinking Wizrobes. I was thinking Wizrobes, but I was thinking that I was thinking Wizrobes just because Wizrobes. Well, I could have used that clock earlier, but I'll take it, I suppose. Yeah. Have, 8, or have... I don't know. Eighthing something. Eighth as a verb just sort of feels weird. How do we get into that area again? I don't... well... it's something to do with... something. It might be just this room. But yeah. Have... yeah, having and quartering. Again, those are the only words I can think of that, like, are common use for dividing things in particular ways. There's a lot more terms related to multiplication, or at least a lot more that are in common use related to multiplication than there are related to division, I think. This... oh no, this is... yeah. Okay. And again, we probably need to clear out the Wizrobes from this room before we move on. And we may not survive that. But, again, it's a quick way out of the dungeon, if nothing else. Alright. So... I'm still distracted by math. have order. I don't see anyone use third as a verb. In theory, it's just as valid as the others, having and ordering. Fifthing. I don't know, it all sounds like something that should work. Well, no, it sounds like it shouldn't work. But yeah, there's no reason I can think of why they wouldn't work, you know. So yeah, I think it probably just boils down to what is and isn't common usage. Really. But yeah, so if we keep going this way, we should make it back to I was going to say the shield that sells sheep armor, but that's completely inaccurate. The shop that sells sheep shields. Shields are typically not known for selling anything. But yeah, so I guess really we should just go get the shield. Make things a lot safer. It is really expensive. But the shield is a lot less expensive than the other shield I bought today. And so we'll need to treasure this. The shield is, honestly, it is more valuable than Link's life. Because dying, you can recover from dying a lot faster than you can recover from losing your shield. That's a lesson that I learned in Wizrobe Land, but did I really learn it? No. I did not internalize it, for sure. But we should be able to get our health back pretty quickly. There's a ferry not too far from here. I know the way. Now, this may not be the most efficient path, but I know that this does lead to the fairy fountain. But yeah, so the fairy fountain, then we'll make our way back towards Spectacle Rock, and then we'll figure things out from there, I suppose. Because I don't anticipate that I will get the rupees I need for medicine by the time we get there. So we may just need to do a lot of sort of practice runs, dry runs we'll call them, of the Ganon, or the route to Ganon. See, I can't remember, is Zola vulnerable to Boomerang? Not that vulnerable, it seems like. Yeah, possibly not at all. Yeah, we are a little bit closer to having the amount I need for the medicine than I thought. I guess I sort of always think in terms of single rupees, getting single rupees for enemies, but they do drop I cannot for the life of me remember what the quintuple, there we go. I was gonna say, I can't remember what the term for multiplying something by 5 was, but we figured it out in the end. But yeah, it really is just the like-likes that just ruin everything. It is the like-likes that ruin everything. Because yeah, we've been here for, I don't know, I want to say 20, probably more minutes than that, just trying to recover from what we lost from that one like encounter that was just a little bit too, a little bit too reckless there. Sip. Sip again. But yeah, I had sort of gotten used to the fact that I can, theoretically, if I get grabbed by like fight my way out before losing my shield. So I just sort of was working under the assumption that that would continue to be true, and that I wouldn't need to worry too much about what like-likes can do to me. But I was very quickly proven wrong. Alright, let's clear everyone out in relative safety. I don't know why I felt the need to use the boomerang when they were already not capable of harming me, but you know. So yeah, we are... Let's see, I think we're only 25 rupees away. Nope, I did that wrong. Northwest, southwest. But yeah, we're only 25 rupees away from getting the medicine again. And the medicine is arguably less important than the shield. Did I mess up? Hold on. North. West. South. And should be west again. There we go. I must have done my math wrong there. But yeah, so we've got every non-consumable. Well, I guess we don't have any meat, but I don't know. I think we used that once. I don't know if I expected to use it again. I'm gonna try and push my luck with the ghosts. Guineas, I guess they are. Because yeah, I know that the other guineas can drop stuff. I don't know if they have a increased drop rate versus other enemies. But this could be a quick way to get resources. It's also a quick way to potentially cause myself very serious harm. But health is really our least, one of our least concerns. Health comes and goes, and moreover, it comes and goes pretty quickly. It should be that one at the top right, I think. Yep. Yeah, as evidenced, my health has went there, but it's come back pretty quickly. Yeah, it does seem you can only have so many guineas on screen at a time, which makes sense. This is an NES game after all. Alright. So I know that the primary guinea only, sticks to cardinal directions. It doesn't move orthogonally. Man, I should have been doing this a long time ago, actually. This is a really good way to get rupees and whatnot. So yeah, the secondary invincible guineas do, however, move orthogonally. So that's sort of the... If you lose track of your guinea in a crowd, that's a good way to figure out which one is the real one. And yeah, with that, we've now got exactly what we needed. That was very quick. I should have been doing that this whole time. But, just in case this goes to another stream, and I am willing to put in another, well, you know what? I was going to say I'm willing to put in another hour, and I am. I am still willing to put in another hour. But I think if we're going to do that, I am going to take a little break, just a very short break, before we head into the dungeon. And head into the dungeon we shall, because we are very close. I suppose we don't have... Well, I was going to say we don't have much to gain, but I did forget to gain the medicine that we want. So let's go and buy that before we do anything too reckless. But yeah, we don't have too much to gain here, so you aren't the medicine seller. You do sell shields for less than the other shield merchant, so I guess maybe... Yeah, the price may not have anything to do with the inventory of the shop. At least not necessarily. It could be just that one seller that sells meat also happens to sell cheap shields, and not just anyone who sells meat and shields sells cheap shields. Because I was pretty sure we encountered another shield seller who had that same inventory that sold shields for 160 rupees. But I could of course be wrong. But anyway, so, the point I was trying to make by saying that we don't have much to gain here is essentially that I don't want to go out of my way to fight enemies if I can avoid it, really. Because, yeah, we can get more rupees, which could potentially allow us to recover a little bit faster. if we were to lose again. But other than that, we can't get anything from just fighting enemies in the field anymore. The only thing that we really can do is lose health. So unless they are standing between us and where we want to go, we really should more or less just ignore them. And so with that, we're back in the final dungeon. And so like I said, I'm going to take a short break real quick. Stretch a little bit, sip a little bit, deal with other functions a little bit, and be right back. I've returned. Alright, so what I've done here is I've gone and I've gotten a map so that I can take this opportunity to make a few notes so I can remind myself of where we need to go and what we need to do. So, we're here. Let's increase the density there. Yeah, we're here. Don't need to be so sloppy with my circles. I think we need to go here next, and that will take us to about here, somewhere in this general area. Whereupon we'll need to go here and into here, which will take us here-ish. Very broad strokes. Whereupon we'll need to go here, I think, which will take us here, then there, then we'll come out here and go here. This is a very specific and very well thought out plan. But, you know, as long as it works, I guess. And whether or not it works, we'll see, I suppose. I'm going to leave this here where I can see it, so I can reference it. I'm going to move it out of the way of the game, though. Hold on. Yeah, it is on my lower screen, so I can see it, even if it's a little bit hard to see for any of you. I could maybe put it... Nah, I don't want to cover chat. I don't want to cover you guys up. Quite frankly, rude of me to even think of it. I suppose we don't need all the map on the screen. And plus, you know, not all the game is on the screen. Anyway. Let's get this done. So, I'm pretty sure it's up and to the left, basically. We're going to treat the... like-likes with extraordinary caution, because they are extraordinarily dangerous. We can very easily lose, not everything, but far more than I would like to, from their various antics? Okay, so this is not where we needed to go, actually. So I'm a little bit off base there. But there's only so many locations that I could possibly need to go in this section. And I should stop, you know, stop living like I don't have a chance at the dungeon now, because we are in our final attempts here. I'm going to try and, as much as possible, hold off on using the medicine until I'm absolutely certain that I need it. Or, I mean, honestly, even if I do need it, I might just not use it until such time as we're closer to Ganon. Uh-oh. Okay, I was caught between the Wizrobe and like there, and I was worried that things were going to go south. We don't need to deal with the rest of the things in this room. We don't need to deal with anything in this room, I don't think. And so we won't. Alright, so we're kind of back where we started, so... Clearly I need to rethink the strategy a little bit. I might have... Well, again, there's not very many rooms that I could potentially go into. Okay, so yeah, so this is the one. There we go. I'm going to mark that on the map in case we die and have to come back here. Oh, nope. Oh, right. This is all on the same layer. Oh, I don't like that. So let's make another layer. So, whoops. We know that this is... We'll use shapes. This will take us somewhere. Take us somewhere up here-ish. Keep that. So this... You know, we're not going to use we're going to use the inverted triangle. That is my signature, sort of. Yeah, so that'll take us, you know, here-ish. Down on this side. I don't know how visible this is. I've only got the preview image, which isn't super huge. But yeah, so that'll take us here. Whereupon we can go here, I think? which will take us here, which will then take us, we'll use a square, take us there and there. I think that's approximately what we are doing. Yeah, unfortunately we've already lost the sword beams. Okay, that was a lot more expected, or a lot more effective than I expected, to be honest. Once again, I am filled with so much fright at the Wizrobe that I just sort of assumed that every like enemy that we encountered after them is probably also similarly immune to most abilities and effects. Okay, so now we're here, so we can put another X. I should maybe keep my tablet pen in a place that's a little bit more convenient if I'm going to be referring to it like this. Ooh, that could have been bad. Well, it was only one hit away from death, so probably it couldn't have been that bad. I shouldn't underestimate the like-likes, though. Again, that lost us, I feel like, at least half an hour, possibly more. Okay, so now we're here, but we don't need to deal with the Wizrobes unless they make a problem for us. So, since we gain nothing by doing so, we will ignore them. Or since we gain nothing by, fighting them, we will ignore them. We could potentially gain health, but I don't want to risk it, to be honest. Right, and so this room, we do need to kill the Wizrobes. And then we push the block, and that takes us somewhere. We'll see in a second here, I suppose. Alright, that takes us here. Hold on, is this? No, this is... Wait, hold on. Alright, so this is... Let's bring up this map. Okay. So right now we are triangle to triangle. Okay. But the square should be accurate, and the circle, I think, is accurate. So we may not need to notate this map anymore. Yes, so... Or no, I was going to say I don't know how to get to the square from here, but that's because I can't walk to the room that the square is in. From this section, I need to go to a different place. There's a very specific way to get there. Alright, so this... Is this the circle room? The room that I marked with a circle? No, the room that I marked with the circle is... Well, I don't know what the room that I marked with the circle is, to be honest, but... I know that in order to get to where I need to go, I need to encounter some Wizrobes. The fear was indescribable there. I don't exactly wear my emotions on my sleeve, or more accurately on my voice, perhaps. But know there that I was deeply, deeply affrighted. Okay, so this definitely isn't what I thought it was. Because yeah, I've been working under the assumption, I was pretty sure that the room that the Wizrobes and the Trouble were in. Well, Trouble, I mean, yeah, anywhere there's Wizrobes, there's Trouble. But the room that I assumed that the staircase was in, or that I recall the staircase was in, is a room I remember that has, actually, no, this is it. This must be it, right. Because I remember the room with the, sort of, backward C-shaped formation of blocks. I remember that as being the way to get to the top of the skull, but that's really not true. Oh, and I can't... I'm pretty sure... the circle room was this one, but I wasn't paying that much attention, and I'm not going to go back now because I don't want to get hit again. I know it's not going to cost me that much life, given circumstances, but I want to have every advantage for when we get to Ganon. And we will get to Ganon. He is so close. There we go. Yeah, so where are we now? Okay, yeah, we are in the circle room, the second circle room, which will take us into the square room, which will take us, which will take us to the other square room, which will take us to the boss room. I remember there was a boss in the second square room, but I don't know if that's... I just realized I've made the marks of the various PlayStation controller buttons. I guess I've inverted the triangle so they can't sue me, but you know. But yeah, I was actually, speaking of not talking too much about my day-to-day life, I was talking with a friend of mine the other day. We were discussing, we'd gotten, or, well, not we, but they had gotten a sort of off-brand PlayStation 4 controller. And we noticed, or I noticed, and pointed out to them, that the off-brand, they had a couple, they had like another off-brand PlayStation 4 controller before, but all of the off-brand PlayStation 4 controllers have like different symbols on the buttons than the, you know, standard ones do. They're all, you know, the same triangle, X, circle, square, but they're represented slightly differently. And one of them, the shapes are sort of cut off, so like they're not the full shape, like they're like cut in half basically. On the other one, they were sort of designed to look like 3D, you know, wireframe 3D shapes. And take a sip real quick. Sit. And so yeah, so we were discussing, you know, why this was, because surely my friend suggested Sony doesn't own the concept of a triangle, a circle, a square, and a X. But I did actually look into that, and they do have those four specific shapes in, you know, roughly the arrangement as they are in PlayStation branding. They do have that trademark or copyrighted. I can't remember what the right word is. But yes, legally they do own that. I'm probably in the clear here because I'm, you know, writing on a map and not, you know, putting symbols on a controller. But that was an interesting note, I would say. So yes, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Okay, looks like Pretty Kitty, if you are here, you are also vindicated, because smacking him was just the thing to do. Very nice, very nice. It would be nice if there was some sort of indication of where Ganon was. But I guess probably it's just a matter of you need to know the pattern. Oh, there we go. Oh! Okay. I was expecting that to take like another hour or so. Alright, fair enough. Alright. GG. Thank you. Thank you, Snake Man. Once again, thank you for your advice. And here we are. At long last, our journey is concluded. Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. Alright. Finally, peace returned to Hyrule. The end. Alright. Honestly, I was kind of expecting that would take longer. But yeah, we did it. So yeah, a little bit of planning, a little bit of caution, and we made it to the conclusion. But yeah, don't plan on doing the second quest, at least not right away. I might revisit it. I've got a lot of games on the docket that I need to revisit, not least of which is Hollow Knight. But those will come in time, I'm sure. But yeah, now we can breathe a sigh of relief that we have vanquished Ganon and returned peace to the land of Hyrule. But yeah, so I guess now, as I like to do when we finish a game, let's take some time to reflect on the accomplishment. Have a great day. You too, Snake Man. I take it you'll be heading out. But yeah, feel free to stick around if you want to for the raid, but you know, feel free to go as well if you would like to. But yeah, so Legend of Zelda. This has been a pretty fun game. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Level 6 notwithstanding. Or was it level 6 or level 7? I can't remember. It was one of them, to be sure. You know, one of the levels. I can say with that much certainty. That much specificity. But yeah. Normally at this point I'd also head back to the studio, but I kinda like the music that's playing right now, so I think we'll just keep it running. But yes. So, where was I? Oh yes. So, talking about the game. The game was a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the dungeon design is pretty good. Better than I was expecting, which feels a little bit rude to say. But I guess, you know, I was sort of thinking of this as, oh, this is a, you know, an old game. You know, the first of the Legend of Zeldas. You know, it has the very limited sort of, I knew how limited sort of dungeon designs were. You know, just sort of rooms with a predefined shape and all that, with you know, space in them for blocks and monsters and all that. And I sort of figured, oh, you know, the dungeons probably won't be all that interesting. And while they, you know, each room sort of looks pretty similar to the other rooms, they did a good job with making each of the dungeons feel different in the shape and in the how enemies are placed and all that, and what enemies are in there. A better job than, honestly, a lot of modern sort of I was gonna say dungeon crawlers, but you know, that's not quite the name for the genre. A lot of modern games with dungeons in them. A lot of modern adventure games, perhaps. But yeah. Yeah, the dungeons felt very, very varied. You know, a lot of them had sort of a very discernible sort of theme to them. Though, you know, the theme generally was just what type of monster is in it, more so than anything else. I suppose we can put the map away. It's run its use. But yeah, had very recognizable themes in terms of what enemies were in them, and the, you know, obviously the very identifiable shapes of each of them. But yeah, they don't do a lot of interestingly shaped dungeons nowadays in modern games either. I guess because, you know, generally a lot of modern games are 3D, and 3D games don't necessarily lend themselves to having interestingly shaped dungeons, having sort of a, you know, the top-down map of this game allows for, you know, for pixel art dungeons, basically. But a 3D environment generally doesn't necessarily lend itself very well to that sort of structure. Especially not if it's a dungeon with any sort of verticality, as is possible in 3D games. And, you know, pseudo 3D games. There's other 2D games with a sense of verticality in them. But yeah, layeredness, perhaps, is a better term. But yeah, game was in general a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a little bit more than I enjoyed Super Mario Brothers. I'm still, I don't know, a little bit on the fence with regards to platformers. I've definitely gotten better at them. I feel like, and learned to enjoy them more since I've started streaming, and I've done a fair few of them. But, this sort of adventure-y, dungeon finding-y, puzzle solving-y gameplay is definitely more so what I like, what more what I look for in a game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, and also somewhat fearing, Metroid. But that will not be for a little while. For one thing, we need to beat Tales of Arise before that. For another thing, we need to beat the other game that I may... Oh, go dark on me. We will need to beat the other game that I may or may not introduce after or mid Tales of Arise. But yeah, a lot on their plate, but I definitely want to give a little bit of a break from NES games before we go back to Metroid. But yeah. Let's see, other than that, I guess there's not much to be said about the story of this game. It's very basic, but it's, it works for what it is, I suppose. But yeah, a lot of the bosses definitely felt a lot more like locks than enemies, just sort of, it was having the right item just lets you solve the problem pretty much immediately. Like, after we got the idea of just hitting Ganon, which maybe I should have thought of earlier, but regardless, Pretty Kitty, thank you for the suggestion of just smacking him. But yeah, once we just started smacking, I think it was only a few arrows until we, once we sort of got Ganon stopped before we beat him. And, there was also that Goma fight over in level 6 or 7 or whichever one had all the Wizrobes in it, where, a single arrow felled the boss. And, it was hard to make complex bosses in this era, I imagine. Probably a big contributing factor to sort of the simplicity of a lot of these bosses and the sort of pretty easy, the fact that a lot of them are pretty easy. Of course, a lot of it is also probably the fact that the game isn't necessarily designed with the assumption that you'll have all of the upgrades. That is an assumption I feel like that is much more baked into modern games. Just sort of the assumption that you will have, if not all the upgrades, at least all of what the developers consider to be the important upgrades. I very much get the feeling that they didn't necessarily assume that you would have the magical sword at this point, that it was more sort of a bonus. Maybe not a bonus, but, a reward that definitely makes the game a lot easier. Whereas I suppose I tend to think of treasure like that, upgrades like that in modern games as more so, you have to get the upgrades in order to beat the game a lot of the time. Because, you certainly can't get through, say, Wind Waker without getting all the sword upgrades, without, glitches and stuff, I don't think. You can't get through, you can get through Breath of the Wild without any upgrades, basically. But you can't get through Skyward Sword. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. It's not like they have similar titles. But yeah, so you can't get through Skyward Sword without all the sword upgrades and all that. Things like that. A lot of the time in modern games, you have to get all of at least some upgrades, or, again, all of the important upgrades, whatever the game considers to be important upgrades, before you can beat the final boss, or even before you can access the final dungeon. Whether or not those upgrades actually allow you to make it into there, or are just something that you get as part of the plot. But yeah, so things like that, yeah, very much I get the feeling that this is a situation where they didn't necessarily expect you to get the sword, the magical sword. Because yeah, it was a very late game thing that was fairly obscure, not all that much more obscure than most of the other hints, to be honest. But yeah, again, I feel like this is a point that I've made a whole lot. But yeah, I definitely expected the hints to be a lot more esoteric and hard to decipher. Honestly, I I expected to have difficulty even reading the sentences from the way that people had described the hints in this game, and how, the limits of translation and all that. But, pretty much every hint I think was grammatically sound, and it made sense, like, by and large. Like, Grumble Grumble was not one that, I don't think Grumble Grumble was a hint to a problem that I would have solved intuitively. But I guess, the manual did say, about getting the meat and giving it to, hungry enemies, I think, maybe. So, even the more obscure things like that were hinted at by the manual. And I guess, the manual was very helpful. Once again, I mourn somewhat the fact that manuals are increasingly rare in this day and age. Yeah, really basically non-existent nowadays. It is a real shame. I guess, again, modern games tend to be designed under the assumption that they will give you all of the important things, and they will teach you everything that you need to know in the game itself. You won't need to reference an outside source. Which, honestly, is kind of a good thing. At least in terms of accessibility, because, let's say you've got a game where the secret solution to some puzzle is hidden in the manual. It's not hinted at anywhere in-game. And you need to check the manual to determine where this secret is, or what the solution to this puzzle is. I just turned my PlayStation 4 on by accident. I didn't even know it was plugged in. But yeah, anyway. Where was I? So yeah, manuals. So let's say, you've got a game where you need the manual, and, you go and you buy it, but you bought like a second-hand copy or something, and, it doesn't come with a manual. It was just the disc or something, or maybe it was the disc and the case, but the previous owner just lost the manual, or, just didn't think to put it in with the case when they put the game up for sale or whatever. Things like that. But yeah, this is the era of the internet, of course, so you can very easily look these sort of things up. You don't need to just rely on the materials that come with a game. But again, that has sort of its own limitations, because with that, with looking up solutions online, you could very easily get solutions that you don't want just yet. You can very easily get information out of the order that the developers sort of intended for you to get it, and thus give yourself not necessarily a worse experience, but just sort of at least a different experience. One that you may or may not enjoy as much as if you had just, consulted the manual and received the information as the developers intended for you to get it. Of course, with today's games, it's also very much possible to include a manual digitally with the game. I know for a while, or I guess, for the 3DS eShop games that were, 3DS Virtual Console games is the more specific and accurate term. The 3DS Virtual Console games did include the original manuals of the games that they were that they were ports of. So, for instance, if I were to turn on my 3DS right now and launch The Legend of Zelda, which I have on the 3DS, I can go and I can, read the manual included with the download. But unless I'm mistaken, I don't think there's any way to access the manual on Nintendo Switch Online. At least not that I'm aware of. I guess I could, look real quick, just to make sure that I'm actually, what I'm saying is actually based on something. Yeah, now that we've... Okay, so yeah, now that we've beaten the game, it will just, yeah, our progress is now as it was. And yeah, I know I mentioned I'm not using, suspend points before. But yeah, specifically I meant, and I think I spoke about this a little bit more before, but yeah. Specifically, suspend points, or the lack of use of suspend points for the purposes of the stream. I did use them sort of off-stream for practice, to undo progress that I would have made in my practicing. Yeah, not user guide. Yeah, details. Yeah, definitely. Oops. Yeah, no manual. No manual anywhere that I can see. And again, maybe it's just somewhere else that I don't see it, but yeah, nothing. I don't see anything. I don't see any solution to the problem here. Yeah, again, it's a shame that we've moved away from manuals so much that even games that did come with manuals, now that they are being ported, don't come with manuals anymore. Like, I've got the manual, I've got a PDF of the manual that I downloaded onto my computer that I've been referencing here and there. But I got that off of, it wasn't even available officially on the, Nintendo's American website. I think I had to get it from the Nintendo of Europe website or something like that. But yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, sort of how, sort of some of these elements of these older games aren't readily available, you know. It's good that the games are playable still in in an official capacity to some extent, I suppose. But it's again a little bit of a shame that the minutia of these games, the ephemera, manuals, and all that packaging and such are just sort of not there. They're sort of fading away. And, again, this information is out there. I was able to get the manual off of unofficial Nintendo website, if not their, main one. I suppose now that we don't have the game music anymore, we might as well head to the studio. But yeah, I was able to get it off of unofficial Nintendo website, if not the one for my region. So, it's not all that bad, not all that serious, I suppose. But, it's still a little bit of a shame that it's hard to access some of this information. But yeah, anyway, thanks for coming with me on this incredible journey. Anything else to be said before we conclude? I think I was expecting this to take a whole lot longer, which is, I was kind of expecting that my next stream would be sort of the finale, whether it happens on Saturday or Monday, the finale of The Legend of Zelda. I play the game 2 days in a row, against my sort of usual schedule. But yeah, now that that's not, as big of a deal, maybe I might not, I don't know, I'm less inclined to, look for an extra stream. Because I don't know. We'll see. I still might go through with it, I still might not. And so, once again, for the time being, we will be playing Tales of Arise, mostly for most of our streams, I imagine. But yeah, there will be no Thursday collab, I don't think, and I'm not sure whether we're going to be doing a Tuesday collab, just, without Sheps, or just not doing a Tuesday collab at all at this point. So, for right now, I don't, we're sort of, I don't have any reason to believe that we are going to conclude the Tuesday collabs overall. But, yeah, definitely haven't been doing them so much recently, and we've all sort of been busy with various things, especially, Sheps, who is currently on hiatus to deal with various things, which you can probably find out more about on Sheppy's channel and or Discord and all that. But yeah, anyway. So, all this is to say that I'm not 100% sure what will happen this next week, but you can expect the Tuesday stream. If it is a collab, we'll probably start around 6. If it is not a collab, we'll probably start around 7:30, and that will be whatever it will be. Wednesday, you can expect a stream around 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I should be more specific, just to be careful. Thursdays, I am working late, as per usual now. Yeah, Thursdays I am working late, so that will be probably a 8:30 stream, something like that. Yeah, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But yeah, then Friday, again, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. don't know precisely what is going to be on what day. We'll sort of figure that out as we go. It'll depend again on, it'll depend. Most likely it'll be Tales of Arise. But again, there is a game that I'm thinking about adding to the schedule. I kind of don't want to be splitting up my attention between Tales of Arise and this new mystery game. But on the other hand, I really want to play this new mystery game, and I think it'll probably be too long of a game for me to just play it and then get back to Tales of Arise. But, I don't know for sure. Yeah, again, that we'll figure that out as time goes on. It'll depend, I guess, it will depend a lot on how much I want to play the game, to be honest. That'll be sort of the main deciding factor. How much I want to play the game right now. And I do want to play the game quite a bit right now. So, on to other business. One thing that I haven't mentioned a whole lot, and so probably that's a contributing factor for why I've had limited success with them. Go follow my YouTube channel. I guess maybe I should link or something here so that it is more accessible. But yeah, my YouTube channel, subscribe to that. I've also got a Bandcamp which has some music on it. You can listen to that and download it, or pay for it even if you want to. Yeah, that's my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, YouTube does not consider me important enough to allow me to just have a channel that is just, something I can just say, like, youtube.com/channel/Tiberious Vanderfield or something like that. And let's see, where's the link to my Bandcamp? It's been a long time since I've been to my Bandcamp, to be honest, so I don't remember. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, hold on. This is it, I think. Yeah, okay, there we go. I probably should have guessed, because yeah, Bandcamp does let me just have a URL that's just my username, basically. So yeah, go listen to my music a little bit, maybe. Let's see, anything else? There's my Twitch, but you're here already, presumably. I guess you could be watching this on YouTube, so I suppose in that case I will have a link in the description. So go click on that. Go watch streams on Twitch or something, maybe. But yeah, anyway, it feels weird to be advertising myself, but I probably should be doing that more often if I want my brand to grow, so to speak. But yeah, anyway, I guess that'll be that for right now. So, it is time for the customary raid. So if anyone's still around, feel free to drop a raid suggestion, a target suggestion. I will be glad to hear it. If not, I can find one myself. Sit. Ah, hello, Alt. Good to see you. I don't suppose you happen to have a raid suggestion on hand, do you? Yeah, you missed the excitement. You missed the excitement a little bit. But yeah, let's see. Really, a lot of the sort of recent games that we've been playing, or I guess, Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers specifically, definitely, they ended a lot quicker than I expected on the streams that they ended on. That is a recurring theme with these NES games, I guess because they don't have so much, it's hard to fit sort of cinematic cutscene spectacle on an NES cartridge. Yeah, so it looks like there's not a suggestion being proffered just yet. So I think then we will go and visit our good friend Bella Procera. Again, unless you have any very last minute suggestion. Right, yeah, that should be good. So, alright, Bella Procera, Valkyrie VTuber. Yeah. I should probably have waited a little bit longer to let the ad play so that I could, be present for the stream right away when we get there. But, we still have time, probably, I think. Let's see. what else is there to say? Yeah, it looks like she's playing Vigil the Longest Night, which is not a game that I am at all familiar with. So we'll see. We'll see what that's like. Yeah, Svella, Valkyrie VTuber. Yeah, known her for a good long time. Yeah, we'll go and drop by and say hi and all that. And speaking of saying hi and all that, the customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. So, let's see, anything else to be said? I think, yeah, we covered everything. So, schedule next week, who knows? We'll figure things out as we go, including whether or not there will be a stream, an extra stream. But yeah, I don't know, I've got a lot of projects to be working on myself currently, so I might just, take the time to work on those, especially because this week I've been a little bit busy with work and not had all that much time. So, anyway, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you've had a fine night. I hope that you will continue to have a fine night every night, and I hope that you will be well the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell.